Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your noon news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. And we've got news out of Craven County where several sex offenders have been arrested due to failures in their compliance checks. Deputies say Can Deep, John Fisher, William Strode Jr., and Kevin Brinson were arrested for sex offender compliance violations. 48-year-old Eric Dixon and 49-year-old Shelton McCotter were wanted by deputies for failing to report a new address. Now, Dixon's last reported address is on Clark's Road. McCotter's last known address is on Highway 118. Now, Deep is facing 7 counts of failure to register as a sex offender. Fisher and Strode were charged with failing to report an address change, and Brinson was charged with failure to register as a sex offender. McCotter also has an active warrant against him for interfering with an electric monitoring device, according to deputies. Now, deputies ask you contact the Craven County Sheriff's Office if you know the location of the wanted men. You can find the number on our website, WITN.com. Now, we also want to highlight a death investigation in Elizabeth City that has received an update. Now, police received a call at around 8:30 a.m. December 29th for a suspicious condition in the area of Knobs Creek. Now, officials spoke with the caller when they got to the scene and later found a dead woman. Her body was sent to the Greenville Medical Examiner's office. The examiner says foul play is not the cause of death at this time. Now, the investigation is still ongoing. If you have any information on this case, please call the Elizabeth City Police Department at 252-335-4321. And now we also want to highlight, of course, some good news, and that hopefully is a little bit easier on a Friday, but we've got a scratch-off ticket winner we need to highlight for you guys. A Greene County grandfather's allegedly his knees buckled after winning a $1 million scratch-off lottery prize. Now, the North Carolina Education Lottery has announced that Jesse Johnson of Snow Hill has won the top $1 million prize of the Max A Million game. Now, Johnson bought his $30 ticket from a store in Kinston, a tobacco store. His knees gave out under him in the parking lot after revealing his win, but he was able to recover and tell his wife. Smart move. He chose to take home a lump sum of $432,000 after required taxes. Johnson said he will use the money to help support his 22 grandchildren. He said, quote, "I guess I was just in the right place at the right time," end quote. Big congratulations goes out to the Johnson family and, of course, all 22 of his grandchildren. Now, we got a forecast that we need to keep you guys up to date on, as air temperatures today are going to be surpassing yesterday's highs, which were about 10 degrees warmer than where we would normally be this time of year. So the warmth is very much intact for today. And again, coming up for tomorrow, here's a look outside, and mostly sunny skies present across Greenville. Grifton right now showing up at 72 degrees with a south-southwesterly breeze at 7 miles an hour. It's those southwesterly winds that will really help bring air temperatures all the way up into the mid-70s this afternoon. In fact, already seeing that right now in Jacksonville and New Bern. Stumpy Point reporting 77 degrees, but I was trying to take that with a grain of salt, as we've got 72 showing up across Williamston, Plymouth, Swan Quarter, Washington, Kenansville, Kinston, Greenville. It is a warm day out there. Certainly does not feel like we are in January. And of course, the air 24-hour temperature change continues to highlight give it about a 7 to 15 degree bump. Now, there are a few areas a little outside that range, but everyone in eastern North Carolina right now is warmer today than where they were yesterday at this same point. Now, winds, of course, are a big reason. Without the winds, you're not going to get that warmth coming in from the Gulf. So, 7 to 15 mile per hour wind, that is going to bring in that hot and humid air that we always kind of associate, well, more with spring and summer, not so much with January, but in eastern North Carolina, you can get pretty much any season at any point throughout the year. Now, cloud cover will start to get a little bit thicker later on today, anticipating a few isolated rain showers around the Sounds and the Outer Banks. Those rain showers will start to work their way over inland areas as well as we make our way into your Saturday morning. But it's Saturday evening into Saturday night that will likely mark the heaviest rainfall and the most widespread rainfall, as we will have a few bands of rain moving overhead. Now, all of those raindrops will be pulling away from eastern North Carolina through the day on Sunday, mostly Sunday morning. By the time we get to Sunday afternoon, not looking at the same sort of rain threat that we will have experienced coming up Saturday afternoon. Not that it's all that great, anticipating about half an inch of rain throughout eastern North Carolina over the entirety of the weekend, not just on Saturday, not just on Sunday, for the whole weekend. But here's a look at that clearing front rolling through. It's going to take its time. It's going to be a slow mover, but with that slow movement, it will eventually push its way off the coast, thanks to that high pressure system back towards the west, kind of giving it an encouraging shove out into the Atlantic. That will change our wind direction. We'll see more of a northwesterly wind coming in on Sunday, and that's going to drive temperatures down quickly. 60 degrees on Sunday. Well, we start out in the mid-50s. So we will start your Sunday at 56 degrees, and we will only gain about 4 degrees through the day. And that comes with a sunny afternoon. So that gives you an idea of just how strong the cold air advection is going to be. Cold air moving into an area, cooling the temperatures down. It is really going to again be noticeable by the time we wake up Monday morning, as we'll wake up to sub-freezing conditions. 27 degrees early Monday is going to surprise some people who park their cars outside, most of eastern North Carolina. And then we get into your Tuesday and Wednesday. Certainly more warmth present. Air temperatures rise by around 8 to 10 degrees, but we'll see another cool down coming up over the tail end of the week as another cold front drives in not only another opportunity for a few raindrops, but also again brings us back, at least our air temperatures back to a more seasonable level. Well, that's all we have time for today's noon news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, have a fantastic rest of your Friday.